Welcome to the bonus portion of this video. I'm going to go over some of the things that I didn't have time to cover in the main video. First, let's talk about Pro Tools Sketch. We're going to go to Getting Started, and we're going to open up a demo sketch session. So Sketch is a new nonlinear clip-based creation window in Pro Tools that's also available as a free iPad app. This new feature offers a quick and easy way to experiment with loops and arrangements while still having access to the DAW's renowned recording, editing, and mixing tools. You can freely organize MIDI and loops, audio recordings as clip-based sketches. And your sketches can be moved onto the Pro Tools timeline for further development. And they can also be freely moved between an iPad and computer, making it possible to capture ideas anywhere. There are 16 tracks with virtually unlimited scenes and over 1 GB of loops provided, along with a variety of onboard effects. You can quickly audition audio and MIDI loops in Sketch's browser and then drag them into the launcher where they can be played, moved, and tweaked. Additionally, MIDI and audio can be recorded and edited alongside the loops, with the resulting sounds being able to quickly be organized into linear song arrangements. So as you can see, I can trigger multiple scenes here. If we go into here, we can check out our loops. So as you can see, Sketch has a lot of new fun possibilities, and I think it's going to broaden the world of creation for Pro Tools users. All right, now I'm going to share with you the drop-down recording technique. So I'm going to do Command-Shift-N to make new tracks, and I'm going to make 9 mono audio tracks. Then I'm going to do Command-Shift-Down arrow to add a new track type. I'm going to go Command-Right arrow to make it stereo, Command-Down to switch it to aux, and then I'm going to hit Enter. My first track is going to be the record track. I'm going to click here on the side to open up the color palette. I'm going to go Command Select to deselect everything. And I'm just going to make this track red so I know it's my record track. Then I'm going to select all these tracks and go Option Shift R to batch rename. Going to go Clear Existing Name, add Vox, add numbering, and hit OK. And now you can see they've been sequentially named. I'm going to go Shift Option to set the input for input 3 on all the tracks, which is my microphone input. Now on my aux, I'm going to name that Vox Mix. I'm going to pick a bus that's not used, right-click and rename it, call it Vox Mix. And then I'm going to Shift Select all these tracks and then add Option so all the tracks can be routed at one time. So while holding Shift and Option, I'm going to go to the output of one of the tracks, go to Bus, and select Vox Mix. All right, now all my audio tracks and record track is routed to my aux track. Now I'm going to share with you some zoom commands. Control up and down arrow will adjust the individual track height you have selected. Control Option up and down arrow will adjust all the tracks in the session. Then Control Option Command down arrow will fit all the tracks vertically on the screen. To fit everything horizontally, you're going to want to hit Option A. So to get back to baseline, remember these two commands, they're very important. Control Option Command down arrow and Option A. All right, now let me go over this technique with you. So I'm going to do Shift R to arm the track for recording, and then I'm going to hit Command Spacebar. 1, 2, 3. All right, now what I'm going to do is hold Control and Option to drag down a duplicate clip to the track below to play it back. Control will make sure that I can't move the clip out of time. Notice I'm dragging left and right, but I cannot move the clip. Option will make a duplicate clip. So together, that's going to allow me to make a duplicate clip, but not move it out of time by accident. Now what I'm going to do is hit Return and hit Command Spacebar again to play back the audio file while recording. 1, 2, 3. So this is really, really important. When you are playing back audio for the client, you always need to be recording. Now do keep in mind, this technique is only for recording vocals. For recording other things, it gets a lot easier. So make sure when you're playing back audio, you're recording at the same time. This is so the client has an open channel of communication with you. Maybe they might be singing along or doing a cool idea, and you're capturing that. And you have a visual cue to let you know that the client is talking to you. There's nothing worse than playing back a take and the client's trying to talk to you, but you can't hear them. So to demonstrate that again, Command Spacebar to record. 1, 2, 3. Okay, Then I'm going to go Control Option to drag it to the track below, and then do Command Spacebar to play it back. 1, 2, 3. So there's the first part of this. So all recordings you're going to be doing is on this one record track. Everything else is going to be used for playback. Now there's two different worlds with this recording technique. In world 1, you're going to be storing every single takeaway you do in your record track. So let me demonstrate. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we're going to go Control Option, drag the clip to the track below, and then we're going to hit Command Spacebar to play it back. But after we do that, we're going to hit Control / to store that takeaway on our record track. Now with this technique, you're going to want to make sure that your record track is always highlighted. So what you'll want to turn off is Link Track and Edit Selection. That means that if I drag a clip to the track below, notice that it still is highlighted on the record track. I'll demonstrate that again. So if I do Control Option, drag it to the track below, notice that my selection remains on the record track. That's because I unlinked them. All right, so now I'm going to hit Command Spacebar, and then immediately afterwards hit Control / to store that takeaway. 1, 2, 3. And now I've played back the audio for the client and stored that takeaway. And now if I ever need it, it's stored in my playlists, safely away. If I ever need that take, I can go Shift up and down arrow to toggle that playlist, and there it is. Now for world number 2, where the client may not want you to store every single takeaway, you can leave Link Track and Edit Selection turned on. So for this, all you're going to do, 1, 2, 3. And then when you play back the take, you don't have to make a duplicate. You can just go Control and drag it to the clip below, hit Return, Command Spacebar to play it back. 1, 2, 3. And if the client wants the take stored away, you can just do Control / on the audio track and store it away. Now keep in mind though, there is some differences here. If you store all your takes away on the record track, it gives you one location where all your takes are stored and it's in sequential order. I do recommend generally working in this way, but some sessions are lower key and you may not need to store every single takeaway, or a client doesn't want you to, so you can do this technique here instead. Now let me show you how easy it is to punch in with this technique. 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to drag this to the track below, set my marker somewhere close to the recording, and hit Command Spacebar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I can hit Command Spacebar to play this back and drag it to the track below. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now you're going to notice something, that if I drag this to the track below, it's going to overwrite information on this track, and I don't want that. So now a very important command you're going to be using a lot with this technique is the letter A key. The letter A key will delete everything before your playhead, as you can see. So when I hit record to play this back, I'm going to go right before the audio, hit A to delete everything before the playhead, and then I'm going to drag that down so I don't overwrite my information. Let me demonstrate in real time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Same thing, I'm going to play back from a certain point, hit Command Spacebar, then hit A and drag it down. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think you get the idea. So this essentially is a drop-down recording technique. Now there's many variations and you can adjust this to your workflow how you see fit, but I love this technique and I do find it very, very efficient for recording vocals. Another thing that's useful is you can unlink timeline and edit selection, or you can do Shift / on your keyboard. So what that means is you're going to always be playing back from your insertion marker, but you can move this marker and notice that your playhead remains in the same location. This gives you some extra flexibility, especially if you're punching in a take over and over again. Let me demonstrate. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Now notice I was able to do all those edits, but my playhead remained anchored where I wanted it to be. Now if I was going to go to a new position, let's say I wanted to punch in that last number, I could hit Shift / to turn on Link Timeline and Edit Selection, set up my new position, Command Spacebar, 9, 10, 11, 12. 9, 10, 11, 12. And there you have it. This is the drop-down recording technique, and it's incredibly effective. And just some other last commands I want to share with you. If you select a track and you go Shift A, That'll bypass all the plugins on the track. I use that all the time in mixing. Another great one, if you hold Control and click on a clip, that will snap the beginning to the playhead. If you do Control Command click, it'll snap the end of the clip to the playhead. Command K will turn on your pre-roll and post-roll, so if you're using that a lot, that's a very useful command. Command Shift P to go into Quick Punch mode, which is the mode I'm always recording in. So that's the whole entire course. Please feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions. Pro Tools is an absolutely incredible program, and I'm excited that you're going to start using it. Take care, everybody.